UFC heavyweight champion Quentin Rampage Jackson is in the headlines today, but not because of his own doings per se, but because of his son viciously attacked someone so bad that bystanders and many others feared for the man's life, thinking that he had passed away because he was unconscious for so long. This is a crazy story. Let's dive into it today here on the Unexplained Outlook. Now, this was at a wrestling event and starts out to be what seems a normal event where they do some acting and try to hype things up to get people into the show. So when the actual wrestling event starts, people are interested, but for whatever reason, Rampage Jackson's son, Raja, seems to lose his cool and go absolutely ballistic and go into absolute barbarian mode when it is time to enter the ring and start what is supposed to be an act. He goes out of control. I'm not going to play the actual violence, but you have to see how this starts. This guy is crazy. Right here is where it gets so bad I cannot show it here on the channel. It will absolutely get taken down and I'll get flagged. But this was an absolute pummeling, so bad that where people thought this guy had passed away. Incredibly bad.
Hey, you gotta stop this shit, man. Hey. Stop this shit, man.
Tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'ma stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go. Roger, I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger. Let's go.
I don't give a fuck. You guys trying to jump me and shit?
Let's go.
You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro.
Let's go,
you can't do shit to me. You can't fuck with me, bro.
Let's go.
You can't fuck with me.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Strangely enough, it seems that Rampage Jackson can predict the future. A few weeks back, he said that he has bail money saved for his son Raja and that his other sons that are half Asian, he has college money saved for them. Now, was he putting this stuff into their heads from a young age? I don't know, but this is all going to come back to a parenting issue. Check out what he had to say for himself.
And his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, Rogers and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Now, just to add some fuel to the fire, this gentleman was former military and he had PTSD. He found wrestling as a way to make his life better, finding some sort of vice to have improvement and, bring some stability in his mental state into his life, just like somebody joining a boxing class or doing something that they love or anything. I'm sure you can understand that. But the guy's a vet. That makes the situation even worse for Raja. Check it out.
Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months earlier. I got out of the military, I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would.
So when I tell you guys that this guy was out cold for a long time, I mean, seriously, Stuart Smith was knocked out cold for a long time. People thought he was a goner. Now, Rampage Jackson, hours later, came back and had this to say online about the situation. It says, I want to clear up the misinformation about my son, Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, aka Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only a few days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on my son's behalf and to Kick for the situation. Sorry, Rampage. I love your work. I've been a fan for years, but I have to call BS on this one, bro, because let's keep it real here. You raised your son to be this way, and this is why he's so emotional. Absolutely no emotional control. And I will say that this is something that everyone has to master, especially men. We have to be in control of our emotions. Otherwise, you can end up dead or in jail. Perfect example. I was in traffic the other day, and there's an emergency situation. Everybody had to merge and get over and get out the way. There's a truck that was blocking my way. I kept trying to get over and over and over. Nobody would let me over. I look out the window and put my hands up like this at the car behind that was blocking the way. And then they roll their window down, start cursing me out, all this crazy stuff. When they literally would not let me over, I just kept my window up, didn't say anything, and got behind them. You just never know, right? You just never know. I should have just kept looking straight and just waited for somebody to let me over. It is what it is. It's unfortunate that people are so selfish and bad out there, but it's not worth somebody taking your life. Because, I mean, I was just trying to ask, are you going to let me over? But they probably assumed I was cursing them out or something like that. And they went completely left because they have no emotional control. That is the point. Very, very dangerous are people like this. And Raja is a very, very highly trained MMA fighter. Now, Rampage is completely contradicting himself, saying that Raja shouldn't be in an event like this. He just had a concussion training the other day. Then why is he there? You should have said, no, don't do this event. You had a concussion. You should be focused on getting your health back to normal so you can get back to what is actually important, not this wrestling match. This is insane. There has to be some sort of control, especially when you are this dangerous. Now, it's by the grace of God that Psycho Stu actually woke up, but he was out for a long time. But it seems like the timeline that I looked at, he was out unconscious for hours. He could have possibly slipped into a short coma, but I mean, he's lucky to be alive. And I have a feeling Raja is going to end up in some serious trouble for this. And he's so lucky that Psycho Stu woke up. Now, Raja did lose his Kick contract. They called him live while his friend was streaming or whatever, and kicked him off of Kick, which was how he was making, I'm assuming, the majority of his money. So not only could he be facing serious criminal charges for assault and battery, potentially even worse charges, he also lost most likely his main income stream as well. And now people are going after his dad, all because he had no emotional control, which stems back to Rampage not training him right and raising him right in order to control his emotions. You could see that he has his other sons right, but why not Raja? So crazy. But let's keep this going because I have more stuff to show you here with Raja getting kicked off of Kick. And just to see his emotional reaction after he left the place. This is insane. Now, as you see here, the refs and everyone is trying to get Psycho Stu to wake up. He was laying there for a long time. The paramedics came and whatnot, but this guy was out cold. I couldn't show the actual punches that were landed, but the guy was already out cold when he hit the ground from the body slam. And then Raja continually kept hitting him in his jaw and his temple, in his head, over and over and over with extremely powerful ground and pound blows over and over and over again. Probably 20 punches. I mean, this could be an attempted M. If the right judge or the right prosecutor looks at this video, they could try to get him with an attempted M charge. It was that bad. You can see it on the internet, but he's lucky to be alive.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell are you at?
did a double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take advantage.
I'll call you back later.
Alright.
Let's go. Ready? Get in the car. Let's go.
At the end of the day, you do not want to let your emotions get the best of you because you can end up dead or in jail. It happens every day. And in a split second, your life can completely change, whether you say something to the wrong person or whether you lose your cool like Raja and just go completely off the wall. You got to have emotional control and just realize that 99.9% of the time, proving anything to anyone other than an employer or somebody that is going to put money in your pockets is absolutely not worth it. The only people you need to be trying to prove something to is Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban and all them if you make it on Shark Tank or whoever you're going to talk to for that new job or something like that. Otherwise, you have nothing to prove to anyone, especially another man. That is just so crazy. And I found out the hard way in my late teens and, when I was like 18, 19, 20, got in trouble with the law in the streets, doing dumb stuff. And it was a horrible decision. And I hate to see anyone else making those same decisions because it's like, man, all I needed was somebody to teach me how to control my emotions better at the time, and I wouldn't have gotten in the trouble that I got in. So I'm here to tell you, very important to get that in check because otherwise you could end up like Raja and end up in the court system, which is the last place anyone wants to be. You guys drop a comment, let me know your thoughts down below. You're watching Unexplained Outlook, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.